darling, no more. Got nothing left to report. For all of the times you ran from life, making friends with your fears, starting fights with swollen eyes, claiming nothing was real. Oh, they'd say, cry, baby, running away. But they've got nothing to give, and I've got nothing to say for you. And when you find out, it'll make you feel cool. And when you find out, it'll make you feel so. And when you find out what you need. Yeah, everyone needs a little tearing up. And when you find out what you need. Yeah, everyone needs a little tearing up now. Try to find a fight and make it come true. Oh, try to find a fight, you know you can lose. Oh, maybe this time you'll fantasize, trading teeth for your tears. Swap your skies for something more. Oh, you know they ain't real. Oh, they'd say, cry, baby, running away. But they've got nothing to give, and you've got nothing to say for me. And when you find out, it'll make you feel cool. And when you find out, it'll make you feel so. And when you find out what you need. Yeah, everyone needs a little tearing up. And when you find out what you need. Yeah, everyone needs a little tearing up. A little tearing up, a little tearing up, a little tearing up, tearing up, tearing up, a little tearing up, a little tearing up, little tearing up. And when you find out, it'll make you feel cool. And when you find out, it'll make you feel so. And when you find out what you need. Yeah, everyone needs a little tearing up. And when you find out what you need. Yeah, everyone needs a little tearing up now. I don't pay the rent. I just stay inside, smoking cigarettes and traveling through time. Last year came and went, and you slipped out of view. Well, I just stayed in bed and rid my mind of you. Well, I could go out any given Sunday, and I could go out, I got things to do. Well, I could go out any given Sunday, yeah. And I could play God, it's the thing to do.
ListerBungi!
Welcome in there, chat. We've got something a little bit different tonight. But before that, this room is not a diamond room, no. No bots though. And it will be one of the sweatiest lobbies that you'll be in, so get yourself in there.
You think you can win?
Room details are up there for everyone who's asking in chat. Watch live at ListerBungi YouTube. 111111 is your pass. We've already got 30 in. So hurry up and get in there. Try and fill these up as quick as we can.
ListerBungi!
As well, we are running a poll at the moment in chat for what map we're going to play for the third, so make sure you get your vote in there. We don't want another split vote again. Make sure you get your vote in early. And that's for either Sunset or Sunder Realms. But before that, the first two rooms are going to be in Sunder Realms, so get your vote in on that. We're just waiting with Josh, who's filling the room up. As like I said, there's already 30 in, so that's half full. And as seeing as someone's already mentioned it as well, you know, if you want diamonds, there are free ways to get them. Yeah. Obviously, it's coming up on the 15th. There's going to be some diamond compensation. So check your mail on the 15th. Who was it who asked for diamonds in there? I didn't see there. I didn't catch it if he was. Sometimes we've got some codes in here, so you can get there. And you should be able to get it that way. And then as well, there's, if you want diamonds as well, you can complete FCC tasks, become a creator, create stuff. You're going to get 3 diamonds there. And sometimes, yeah, we do scrims, so that is I see why you come in here and you ask for diamonds. So yeah, sometimes, but not this time, not tonight. But there are 40 in at the moment, so a little while. I guess that gives us a little bit of chance to take a look over last week's final circle, which is quite a pretty good one. That's the wrong button. That's Zona's games, by the way.
Does some
which I think is also going on for some of those. Yeah, the final circuit, it was Attack. There's a full lineup of Attack. I don't know if they'll be playing tonight. I can't see at the moment if they are, but they had their full lineup, and it was a lineup of Dagger. I heard Brad earlier saying that he hasn't got anyone, so I'm not sure if we're going to see a full lineup of Dagger tonight either. But where's this? I wanted to use this because I did put on. I just like this thing. Look, chat. Where is it? There it is. I love this thing. So, Dagger and honorary mention to, well, not honorary position of Rated E's K-Top was in the building. And then up here we had Attack, and then also to the side there was Faker. But you're going to see that in a minute anyway, so. Yeah, there we go. So Attack was attacking from the front and from the side on. into this building here. Back of the threw a beautiful EMP into the middle. And then they countered with the Ember ultimate. Shifted the play a bit. If you want to just watch what back of they did. We don't know actually what they've not announced anything with esports. They have been kept stum, but there is supposed to be a big announcement tomorrow from Farlight. They want to do something different, they were saying. So keep an eye out for that one, but I'm hoping so. At least I hope that they'll bring back the spectator mode, but there's been no mention of that yet. So we're not going to know. Okay, we nearly got there, guys, so we're going to have to cut this short. Go back over to a studio first. That means that Josh is back. So we have started up, and that means we can bring Joshua in for game number 1. There he is in the background there. Hello.
Hello, hello. Made it. We're here. We're ready. We're gonna get some of this good old Farlight 84 action on the way. Gonna visit all the little Sundal realms. You get that little fly over here. Can't go wrong with that.
Who did we see in the lobby tonight then?
We saw some luxury. We saw some rated. I think potentially two separate rated lineups. There was I think I said ATK luxury, Anori, definitely a couple others there. I saw some Takar. Pretty sure there too. All around looking like it's going to be a very, very solid day of games today. So let's see.
Well, hopefully the auto spectate's good for us.
A wire, of course.
Wire's in here as well. Yeah, they couldn't make last week, guys, so looking to take that back off attack. Did you say it was a full lineup of attack as well tonight?
I believe so, or at least close to. Let's see if I can take a look here. Tab, all. Where are they? No, they're playing with Freedom right now, actually.
Okay, interesting.
Alright, there we go. Got that auto spectate going.
Auto spectate's going. That means game 1's well and underway. Let's go and drop in on the action. We're floating over with squad number 6. Landing over Hydro Plant. Early drop for them.
Definitely a hot spot early game. A lot of good loot. It's very close together. You often see in top teams landing here for sure. Looking like this team here, just a duo playing pretty confident. They've got the robot though. That definitely helps even the tide a little.
We'll have to see if Mr. Brown makes a name for himself with the little duo. It's a bit scary coming in. I don't know if they've known. Another duo though, squad number 11. These early teams getting these early kills.
Ooh.
Deshi with the again. That's
strong there.
I think that's the second
M16
player from last week. Josh, you were saying about Cat getting an M16 assault rifle kill. Deshi's taking it this week.
So surprising. Oh, we're here seeing the bit of that robot coming out here. Oh, not looking great here. Deshi been completely collapsed on by Mr. Brown and the robot, showing how to be an all-star as Watchman. Night Watch, excuse me.
You don't see many Night Watch. Again, it's going to be interesting to see how their game continues on. But here's Wire early game taking down Undertaker, sending him back to the graveyard. Josh, I'm just rolling on that team, and that's that team gone. We're not going to see Undertaker again. 3 for them.
No, it does not look that way. Very unfortunate. We're going to see Faker instead here. Somebody, great power, coming in, taking out Miyu. We see great power comes with great helmets, it turns out. They're also taking out Adriana, trying to shots from above there. Not going to be doing a lot. Playing as Lucinda, but unfortunately not alive for long.
Freedom on this lineup swaps out for, who was it last week that with the full lineup? Sinwar. Sinwar is the one that we're missing here now.
Correct.
Freedom's taking his position at the moment. Another duo as well.
Noxy, the last one left alive, has the scan, gonna have some information on this duck side. Hopefully gonna be able to play aggressive enough to win out before anything serious happens, but gonna want to get a res on their teammate. Starts off shooting strong, gets an upgrade to blue shields for that kill there. That experience coming in, very helpful.
It's always interesting with the people that get pulled into this lobby. You can see the difference in ability, and it's always interesting to see.
Looking like maybe their teammate potentially have already left the game, so not able to get res there. We're seeing a wire here. They've got Freedom. Attack here with Freedom coming in strong there. Sushant tried to get away and not looking like it. They hear Vendetta. Oh gosh, this could be some wire-on-wire violence.
And the wire-on-wire violence all over Refinery. They're a little scattered, their squad 12, but Wire have came in strong. The ultimate goes up to blind them a little bit. We can see damage coming off pretty equally across the two teams there.
We're seeing Freedom with a bit of a split here. They're going to be able to get a nice crossfire there. Oh, but we're actually moving over here. We've got Aimbot here, managing to take out Claire. This is oh gosh, backup coming in. It's Brad Lexion coming in as a teammate here. This is a showdown we might see later today here, but right now it's coming down in game.
He's choosing to use the squeaky to, I think that was an attempt to get out of there.
Oh, no!
It didn't work well for him. He gets blown out there. And as you said, there's a later on a Brad Lexion aimbot duo coming on. It's not going to be in game, but at the moment I think he's marking his territory.
Oh no. Oh, and that was the last player left alive of that lineup there. Brad Lexion getting taken out there. We're now with Faker here. 6 kills to his name here. Gonna try to steal his snatch pod. Jumping down there. 7 days of boycott. Lost a lot of HP already in the...
Sliding on Faker, but he's unfazed, and 7 days boycott goes down in the middle. He is alone though. He gets with the goods with Buzzy quickly to get his teammates back in. As Team 16 do try to surround him. A Sparky look at that Sparky too. Just cover his tracks. Having to get out of there with the bow ultimate. Just putting all the distance between himself and Team 16 there as he is a solo alone here.
Oh man, Faker losing just about every bit of HP that he wants to be holding on to right now. Mbappe's playing here. It's 7 days of boycott's teammate here. Oh, it's starting off real unfortunate for with Mbappe getting 45 white damage. I don't know it's going to go too well at all. And we're moving over to aimbot here. It's Luxury with Gogulet.
He fires in bombs into the Ember ultimate and waits for the rated to come out. He's able to get good shots onto Kem. But behind him, Cat B.
They've started out by trading out even. We're going for a bit of a res here. The Buzzy coming out for rated side here, but Aimbot's getting his body stick here, and it's looking like Scrux, unfortunately, also getting taken out there. Gogulet's gonna be the last one alive here. He's gonna have to play so perfectly here.
It's probably best if he tries to get skedaddle out of there somehow. Oh, he gets the kill on aimbot confirmed, and this is the duo we were looking at earlier, the Watchman, Mr. Brown, still in the game at the moment and fighting against squad number 4, who are split, so it's a solo number 4 that they're fighting against.
Oh, we have a Nori here. This is a full Nori lineup. We got Sin, Dan, and Vinny here. I don't know if maybe Sin could potentially be Sinwire, maybe just a guess here. Just throwing out things.
Potentially could be, but Squad 4 turns out to be a Nori up against Mr. Brown. And we can see what our new friend... Well, no, we can't. We switch over to Squad number 5, getting pulled all over the map. We're back at Command HQ. And that one was
Scary
personal.
place to be fighting a captain in zone with the shield. We saw his hose was out as we gone over. So not only are you dealing with the damage of the zone, the hose is keeping you still, keeping you slow, keeping you scared. But it's not enough for this Lucinda.
Let's take a look at the spread of the map at the moment. We've been pulled over breakneck speed all over the place just to get a... Okay, so we've got a Nori right in the middle, guys. Central to zone. And squad number 5 are taking hits onto Mbappe, number 16. Able to take down that one. That means that the Lucinda we just saw is running into zone at the moment. Squad 16 are chasing.
Probably
Should they
the better
chase into
decision,
zone here?
right now? I personally wouldn't chase into zone. The zone, let's take a look. I assume it is a little bit south of them. They do know that teams are going to be holding on most of the chokes they get into point. So getting to zone right now is probably, hopefully, a little bit more of a priority for them. You're going to have to see if, like Nori, they're already in position. They're already playing prime. They're ready to hold the area and play confidently. You'll see them probably push up on the first team they see.
At the moment, though, they can loot and just get the bearings of anyone who's coming this way. They are central to the zone at the moment as well. Making that push early is going to give them that advantage. I've never seen that
Another
before. The
strong
squeaky
lineup.
ready to launch in the corner like that on the spectate mode.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that one would be coming from. Potentially, maybe earlier when aimbot was shot out of it. Maybe somehow glitched and still there. But we'll see if that sticks around. We've got a cat here. That's a full lineup still alive here. They've split. We see a line across the map, spread out. But that's a good decision here when you're coming up against 4 and Team 15, both up in kind of your peripherals.
Choosing to back away from the cliffside now and run back to the safety where he's out of range. Gets his shield back up, but squad 4 are still within that area. And squad 4 being a Nori.
Definitely makes sense to play a little bit more cautiously in this situation there. We're seeing on Hydro Hill here, Team 15 has it pretty secured, but I don't think they're doing a good enough job covering it because now Team 4 is pushing up aggressively. They've already got a knock. They tried to get the res, but that's not enough. 2 down and they're all gone.
That was over before it began there. Blink up on them, and now they can continue their chase onto Rated. As we said, 19 did move behind this cliffside, and they found them again. Out come the sniper rifles, Josh. Is it best to push? Is Rated going to run away?
It's tough. You're going to have to see how the zone favors either of these teams forward here. Right now, they're going to just look to go towards, I guess, the main building here. Maybe there's a sponsored box probably coming fairly soon. They can hope to get one of those and maybe get themselves a little bit closer to red shields, because in general, obviously, you're going to want to fight a Nori in a situation where you either have an advantage or are on equal footing. So getting yourself to red guarantees that.
At the moment, they have...
It's bad for Rated here.
Yeah, that push that they've just made has pulled them completely out of the zone, as Nori did go right to change over and get squad 16. Wire now in the zone, and we're over with Nori now. Josh takes control. We get an aerial view of this. Dan with the snipes there.
I don't know if we need to see a bow ultimate coming out from any of these teams, but in general, it's looking like a little bit of utility has been decided to be used. 7 days of boycott trying to hide, but I think they have an idea of where he is. And oh yeah, there's no chance that Buzzy's gonna do anything today.
He wasn't in the position to be able to do that sneakily. Well, he has to be in range to try to get his teammate back in. Mbappe now the last one left in zone, making a rotation. But are Nori going to let him there, Josh? They do seem to be turning the other way at the moment. Well, he's going to come...
still have a little bit more room to close, and he also has that... he could use get some wind and get some speed with the Zephy here. But for now, he's just decided to rotate it on in here. He knows where 2 teammates are very close up here, so he could try to pop a heal, just try to get at least one of those players back alive, and otherwise maybe hope that his teammates had some Buzzies there, because right now you don't really want to worry about Nori. It's looking like he's just trying to third person, try to figure out where they are, see if they're holding this body, but thankfully they've gone around the hill, they've gone around to the other side, and MK is going to get his chance.
They will wait on the edge of the zone now. We can see them waiting there. So they are going to have to be careful as they make that rotation in. And they are going to have to heal as well as move in and hope that they're able to make that in.
For what it's worth, when they do eventually get to zone, since they do have the Sienna, they'll be able to get some heals off. But once the zone starts closing yet again, it's going to start ticking just a little bit harder. I think they've got enough time to make it for now, but it's getting pretty scary, and that's for sure.
Mbappe takes into his tactical. She's going to... And making use of these slides, you're going to have to at this point. You really... all full steam ahead. But Team 5 await them as they make their entrance to zone.
For what it's worth, Team 5 has been playing an awful lot of zone like this team is unfortunately getting forced to, so I don't think they're going to have quite as much utility. So even if they do win this fight, I don't think they're going to get rewarded in quite the way that they're hoping.
There we go. They have a chance to breathe here, as 5 hasn't seen them yet, and don't... This would be the chance for them to pounce on top of them.
Nice.
The longer they wait, the more chance Squad 16 gets to live here.
Going for this res here, it's unfortunate because the timing isn't working out at all in their favor. The res gets cancelled, or no, does get completed, but it's to an AFK member of their lineup, and Lucinda gonna be getting finished off there. Thankfully, Miyu connected some bullets there. The fire is still hurting though.
It's almost over. It's over. The timing on that was perfect for Squad 16. They'd let down their guard. Squad 16 able to come capitalise on it and wasn't even pointing their barrels in the same direction and wiped through. And this loot's going to do well for his teammates as well.
They're closing this distance now with everyone else almost out of this lobby here. There's just 4 players left alive besides Team 16 here. They know this is potentially their time to shine. We're seeing the last showdown here between Vendetta as the solo getting taken out there by Sin. And now it's going to be the lineup of Mbappe, 7 Days Boycott, and Miyu, who've been fighting against everyone in the lobby, but also Storm. We hear, unfortunately, the Arbiter coming out there doesn't only grazes Mbappe, but now he's got to play in defense.
As he plays in defense, he's positioning, and this element of surprise is gone. Miyu is down. 7 Days Boycott is split from. As the rest of Inori came, he's been spotted by Sins. Tries to put down the Zephyr to push away Sin, but he gets into his tactical. It didn't affect him, but he was able to get the drop on him. Shoots him in the back. It's down to Mbappe alone. Inori, Vinny, and Dan both gunning for him. Able to separate them both a little bit, puts down the tactical smoke.
In this 1v2 situation, exactly what you got to do there is you got to at least separate some of these players here. Dan, I think, potentially got a Buzzy off there going for a res, and unfortunately for Mbappe, gonna go down, and Dan, Sin, and Vinny winning this one today.
They've been gone for our last scrims, but taken. Game number 1, Inori. Straight back in on it and winning the first game again. They almost had it there though, didn't they? Squad 16 coming in, maybe if they were... Their attention was drawn to the fight that was going on in the hill. I think they were hoping to get a third party and didn't know that... I think it was Dan that was just sat behind and was able to get that beautiful RB shot off on Mbappe as he tried to roll in.
It really helped when like Mbappe was trying to close that distance there. You heard that Arbiter shot right away. It did. I don't know if it exactly tagged because I only think he lost like 50 HP. So it might have been somebody else who hit a shot at the same time. But it was definitely enough to scare them. Definitely enough to slow them down. Because I think if things were going to go perfectly there, I think they would have wanted to play a little bit more forward, play onto altogether where Mbappe was. Mbappe was maybe. They could have collapsed on a player. They managed to take out one in Sin, with him being a little bit split. But I don't think, unfortunately, that just because if they made it to 2v2, maybe doable. But it's so hard. I mean, Dan, Vinny, both so consistent.
Yeah, definitely are coming straight out of that. So well done to them. That is game 1 over and taken by. So we will go to our secret segment, I guess we can call it. at the moment.
Exactly. Perfect. So just get us back to the desk, and I will get the lobby started before that, just so that we're ready for all that, and from there we can sort out the event, or not the event, the challenge.
I will let you pull everybody in there, Josh. You're on mute on the stream, so you can talk away to yourselves. I would just be in the background there, but we wanted to try something a little different here to our chat after game one, the in-between game. And it is a head-to-head between two players you have just seen in there. If you saw the game number one, you saw that there was a scuffle between these two. Between, as Brad put it, the wolf and the cat. Does anyone in chat know who that is? Just before we bring them in and we reveal what they're going to be doing today. No? Well, we are going to be doing something a little different with Brad Lexion and Aimbot tonight. But it's not going to be in-game. It's not going to be a 1v1. I know some of you in chat's thinking that. Any other guesses? No interview, no, not casting, no face reveals. Although there are pictures of Brad in the internet in places there. Well, they think that they know the map. So let's see if they can recognize it from a wall from labs zoomed in. A zoomed in screenshot. So let's bring you over, so that makes a little bit more sense. There they are getting briefed now, so I'll just let you guys know as well, just as they didn't know at all anything chat about this. Yes, it is going to be GeoGuessr of the Farlight 84 edition. I'm going to see who knows that map a little bit better. We're just getting them up to speed. We've never used this before, and we've just sort of like last night we're just looking at this. So you can see Aimbot and Brad flipping his cursor around and seeing what's going on. We'll check in and here's the explanation going down.
And then you can just do arrows.
But alright. I hope.
Yeah, so that's just how you're gonna be marking down once I show the picture. Basically, do you guys have the soundboard? Yeah, you should have the soundboard. On the bottom left.
Oh yeah, they've both got a buzzer, so they're gonna buzz in, and it's gonna be 2 points if you've buzzed in. But also, it's a risk-reward type thing, because if you get it wrong, it's going to be a -2 on that, and it will give your opponent a score. The person who didn't buzz in will also get the chance to put their ping on the guess. And
Wrong, you lose a point, and the other person gains a point. So be careful with your guesses there.
Okay.
Can you remove that? And so I'm going to show the first image, and from there you're going to be able to guess. Whoever wants to go can guess. So let's just move this over just a little bit bigger. All right, as soon as you know, you can ping.
Yeah, Brad, yours is Pew, named after your teammate, and Aimbot, yours is Ping Ping for your buzzer. Just so we know who's who. Where is this?
Not too easy, right? Tried to make them a little bit difficult. So if you have no idea, I completely understand. But I mean, there's definitely some clues. I can tell you that.
What you thinking?
No one? Is it gonna
Brad?
be a pass?
I don't know. I have no
Right now,
clue.
I can't even ping to where the heck the thing is.
Okay, so let's see.
Rookie
What
in
kind
chat
of
reckons
clues
he
can I
knows.
give then?
I've
Somebody in chat
let's
does.
do
That's nice.
pew. Let's do a pew.
Oh, nice. Nice. So,
I take a guess.
Okay, I'm gonna go down. Let's make
Uh,
it smaller so I don't grief everything. There we go.
Can I move the map somehow?
Uh,
I want to go to
mostly
the
just
upper
want
part.
to do the upper part. Feel free to just put your thing down and I'll zoom. We'll zoom in on it because it doesn't control
Yeah, wait, I would just
both sides. I don't think.
I think it's like here.
Okay, we got our first ping from Aimbot there.
Unfortunately, I've got bad news for you. It is looking like Brad is going to gain a point and you are going to be in the negatives. Not quite what you're hoping for. Oops, I'm going to move that back here just because it's hide that a little bit there. We're saved. Unfortunately not. Brad, would you like one more guess on that one? Would you like to guess or would you like to pass?
I'll guess.
Okay, just one more chance to look at it there. All right, we're going to move that back. All right. Where are you thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, closer for what it's worth. Closer for what it's worth, but unfortunately, not correct.
No,
So-
I would also say it's the same spot. I just marked like my stream with the mouse.
For what it's worth, guys,
No.
it's for what it's worth. It was not an easy one. Here, let me put an arrow down on the map to show where it was. So we have. Where am I? Okay, let me just make sure I'm right. Got the right picture on. Oh, sorry. Right. I think it's in here. Was it here? Pretty confident. Let me just check my result. I have the answer key, and I've just making sure I'm right. I'm like 90% sure I'm right on this one here.
When even Josh doesn't know, I think we're in
Yes.
trouble.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like I was confident on that one. No, I'm correct. We've gone back. We're back. So yeah, where my arrow is on the upper left there's a little yellow vehicle. The clues that you could have potentially used to figure out what it was were yeah, let me make that to the top again. Off in the distance, you can kind of see on the left side of the window. That's like the little arch into the towards transport and stuff like that. You can kind of see the hill that would be on the backside, kind of near that resin, all that kind of stuff there. But definitely didn't try to make these ones easy. So I think we're tied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm stuck.
how it
I'm
goes,
trying to
that's how
get
it
into it, man. I'm trying to get ahead of it. I don't know what's going on.
No, completely fair. It's gonna, we didn't. We tried to make it a little bit of a surprise as we were going into it, so it was very even for everyone. So, we're gonna show the next picture if you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
Make sure you guys got your buzzers ready. Let's see. I'm gonna remove this real fast, so it's not taking up spot. Take that out as well. Oh, that's the whole image. Sorry, trying to remove my markers and stuff. All right, we're back in it. All right, image 2. All right, you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay, here goes. This one I think should be easier. I'll be honest.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
Pew, that's a
Okay.
Brad. He knows where it is.
I don't know. The pew and the ping pong both started around pretty similar times. If I'm being transparent.
No.
I just said my pew.
No.
Chat, who got it? Who got
I don't know.
was
What
it,
are we thinking?
was it
Who do you
was it a
think?
pew
Yeah,
or
right, chat.
a ping? A ping pong?
I don't know. One wasn't using the soundboard, so I'm just saying. For what it's worth, I'm gonna say we'll give it to aimbot this time. You're getting scammed a little bit here, Brad. Gotta use that
Nice.
soundboard. That's the sound. Let's see. Bring this one down. Make it a little bit smaller. All right, what are we thinking? Oh, rotating
Alright.
it.
We should
Saved.
be in this house now.
Oh, phenomenal. That is definitely correct. It was a little bit close to the last one there.
Yeah.
So, I was hoping that, that you could kind of use that familiarity with the area to make it a little easier. So that's 2 points for aimbot. Is that correct?
Boy,
Am I missing
congrats.
anything? Yeah.
Round of applause for aimbot.
Yeah.
First one, bang on.
Clap, clap, clap. Very impressive. All right.
I can't use my
Round
soundboard for
three.
some reason.
Oh no.
Alright,
Okay,
automatic loss,
Nah.
Brad. It's forfeit. Aimbot
That-
wins!
It was a good.
Damn.
That's crazy.
GG's.
No. Okay, fine. We'll I guess we're gonna have the manual ping pongs then. Just gotta be I'll have to be focused. I'll have to make sure that I'm focused and paying attention for both the ping pongs and the pews. All right. Let's get round. Okay, I need to move round 2. Let's get round 3 going. Oh. All right, here goes, guys. Boom. What do you guys think? Oh, that's an aimbot right there. That's an aimbot locking it in. He's got an idea.
So you're gonna land right on it again.
Where are we thinking?
Yeah. You saw transport on the side, so I guess it must be somewhere here.
Oh,
On the outside.
close.
So
Close. Unfortunately, incorrect.
Oh, okay.
So that means. Okay, let me just confirm. What is the score rise now? So that means -1 for aimbot. I got. What was the score? You were at 2, right? Pretty sure you're at 2. I really should be
Absolutely.
paying attention to the score.
Yeah.
You're at 2. So that means you're at 1. Brad's at 1. So we're 1-1 again. That's pretty good for us. Brad, try to save it. Where are you thinking? Do you want to skip? Do you want to try to guess? Let me show you the image one more time. What you thinking?
I mean, aimbot already pretty much told me where he thinks it is, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll try it. Whatever. Right here.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
Yeah, that is definitely where it is. Yeah.
Aimbot, why you
Very
tell me?
unfortunate.
Bro, I didn't read this, but you can see my mouse mark. I was just doing it on my stream like,
Oh,
man, it's
no.
yeah.
I thought it was either down here or down here.
No, I was not sure. It
That's
was
so
either way this
cool.
location or
I'm
the other
so
one.
sorry.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we can see
So
everything
funny.
you're doing, aimbot, so you're giving it away.
Okay.
That's so funny.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
so that means it was 1-1. Then now it is 2. So it's 3-1 for Brad. Keep track of this because I'm not doing a very good job. I'll be honest. We're on to round 4. How long do I have left in the custom? Do you guys down with? Are you guys good with 5 rounds? We'll call it after 5.
That's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
Move this. And this is move that as well. All right, here's round 4. Oh, this one's a hard one. Oh, this is a difficult. Good luck to you guys. I don't even remember where this one was. All right, let's make this bigger. Cause
Ah, you can't even. You can't even see the skyline. Oh, a pew though.
oh,
This is
Luxury.
aimbot's got it.
aimbot having an idea on this one here. What are
I
you
have an
thinking?
idea.
Bring this. Okay, what are you thinking? This could cost you if
Well-
you're wrong. No,
No.
unfortunately not.
That's fine, okay.
No, just hard no.
No, okay.
You have an idea. You had an idea, and I honestly think that would have been a pretty good guess. Is there one of those buildings there? I guess there must be. Unfortunately, is not this time correct. So that makes it. I think you're at 0 aimbot
Yeah.
versus 4 for Brad. All right. Let's see. Brad, it is your time to shine. What do you? Where do you think this is?
Yeah, I don't
Or
know,
would you like to
man.
skip?
I'm gonna skip. Dude, I have no clue.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Okay, so this one was a little bit hard. I'll be honest here. So the major clues were to kind of look at the top of the screen and look out like the windows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Aimbot, you had like the right idea. You saw refinery. I assume why you guessed there, but we were further away from refinery than you were expecting. We are right. Oh, I've removed the map. Wrong one. We are in here. No, in here. How do I do my? I've clicked the wrong places again. In here, in the top left corner of the map. Very close to the other place
dude,
there.
I wouldn't even guess
But
that.
you could kind of, you're looking from here. There's like the upper area, and it's looking all the way up into refinery. So once again, tried to make them a little bit hard, so they weren't like super obvious or anything like that. But yeah, definitely a little bit of a harder one. For what it's worth.
Definitely. Aus dem Chat Dennis auch saying left house on refinery. Nope.
Trying their best to help, not this time.
I
Alright,
also
we're gonna
thought
do
it's
one
gotta be
last
here.
one.
Oh my god, so
Wait, where?
hard.
So, let's see. Are you guys ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah.
Okay, here's number 5. Oh, this one's a hard one too. Oh,
Ping pong, ping pong.
oh, ping pong.
okay,
Oh,
that's-
that's crazy work. Okay, let's see. Where are you feeling this one?
I can't move the mouse.
There we go. Okay, let me get it smaller for now. Where's your marker?
Right here.
Ooh, no, unfortunately not.
No?
Is that
No.
no, no? Wait. Let me just make sure I'm not lying to you. No,
Dude,
it's definitely
that's
not.
that.
That's minus Brad.
what?
It's not. Yeah,
minus
so that
points,
means
Brad.
Brad's at 3, aimbot's at 1. This could be a chance. This could be a chance to tie it all up, I think, right? Yeah.
This
how that
could be a
works?
chance.
All right, well, let's see.
Aimbot for the tie.
Give you one more chance, aimbot. Take a look at
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Where are you feeling? Do you have any idea where this could potentially be?
Yeah, I have an idea, but okay.
Is it the same
not-
places
I'm
where
not-
Brad's was? If not,
No,
I'm
no,
telling
no,
you it's
no,
wrong
no.
if it's that one.
But I'm not
Can't remove
100%
this.
sure, but I would say it's actually here.
Oh, that one's even closer. Oh, so close. Where's
Right here.
it is right here.
Yeah, right.
That is crazy, bro.
One of his positions, yeah.
Right? I looked at it, I'm like, this one's even harder than the last one. How's that possible?
Yeah,
Crazy how
Um,
similar that is right here, though. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, right? I looked at it and I was like, oh man, this could be like literally like 6 places on the map. There's like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
yeah.
We'll do one more just for fun because I think there is one more I have saved, so we have a little bit of time. We might as well just do the last one just for fun. I think unfortunately, score wise, it's come down to Brad winning. I'm pretty sure it's like locked in at this point.
I didn't
we
even
got
do
one
anything,
more,
man.
Claim-
Give me the win.
Except claim victory somehow. Let's see. All right, you guys ready for the
Aimbot's
last
through.
one just for fun?
I'm ready.
Here goes. All right, what you guys thinking? Anyone? This one's an easier one, in my opinion.
Uh-huh. It's your opinion.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
There
Bing
he
bong.
is. Okay, there
Oh,
we go.
that's
That's a
pretty
Brad.
promising. All right, we're going down. Where are we thinking?
So outside a refinery right here.
That's right on, right there. Let's see, move this one down. Just for chat's reference, there. This is what we're talking about here. Yeah, right in that area. It is hidden in behind refinery, just about to take a launch in the sky. But thankfully for Brad, launching to victory. Already secured, but something a little bit different. Honestly, pretty
was
fun,
fun, man.
in my opinion. I think it's a good way to kind of test everyone's sort of game knowledge. I'm sure chat probably had a couple guesses in terms of where some of these could have been that were either right or very wrong, and they're probably just a surprise because I took some of these ones and I was just like, man, some of these cook. I'll be honest, they're gonna be tough.
I feel
Yeah,
like
they
Brad
were-
laid the
Yeah.
groundwork for that one on that confrontation with the what happened with the squeaky aimbot. You made something glitch up on our screen saying ready to prepare the squeaky. I don't know if you
What? What?
In the first match you were killed by Brad while you were taking a squeaky, and somehow it glitched like a thing on our screen where it was
Dude,
showing like you're ready. We were ready to launch for the rest of the game.
Dude, I was so confused what you were
crazy.
doing. I was like, this is aimbot? I was like, bro's panicking? What is he doing?
I was just surprised,
funny.
because it was a Russian friend who I just killed, and he started emoting, like saying this hello with ducky thing. I wanted to do the same, and then I realized, oh fuck, he's landing next to me, he's pushing me, fuck.
That's so funny. All right, I'm gonna get this next lobby filled up, guys. So if you're not already playing, hop on in, get on in, and make sure you're in this matchup because match 2 is going to be starting shortly. I haven't been filling it because I've been, doing the game and stuff. So it might have looked like there was no one joining, but I promise you guys, join up now if you don't want to miss the game.
Yeah, no worries. That's second game, and thanks to Aimbot and Brad there for joining in. Brad Lexion for joining in and playing that.
You think you can win? Prove it.
As Josh said, that means that game number 2 is up and running now. I know a few of you in chat was getting a bit worried just because we're testing out this GeoGuessr format to see if we can do something like that in the future. But that room should be, yep, we can start filling it up now. It's still already 30 people in there, so get yourself in there and that will be full in the next couple of minutes. What did you think of that anyway, chat? Do you want to do like a chat one? You get more people on just to head against each other like that? As well, there's other things. We've still got some stuff with prize pools to announce as well coming up. You all saw the sneak peek I did in the posts on YouTube a little while back, and coming back onto Twitch as well. But we got a few formats that we're going to be trying out some different things. Of course, the update's coming up soon as well. So just keep it locked here. You'll see some of those. As well on the other socials. If you send me a clip, and I'll treat it like it's the Farlight 84 World Cup that we were promised. Even if you whiff every single snipe. So I've been trying to get a collection of play-by-plays, and I'll start releasing some of these on TikTok and things, breaking down some of your plays. So obviously if you follow me over at ListerBungi on TikTok, I'll drop that in chat. Yeah, that's what I want. Get some of your worst moments. Even the worst moments, it's a teaching moment. I can see what you did wrong, break it down that way. Get Josh in on it as well. Yeah, send him over. Is that command magic? I don't take commands. The password's 11111. You should be able to get in there. There's 40 in there at the moment as well, so that room's filling up. Apparently, I've just saw a notification just pop up. There's some news with Nora. Apparently, where did that come from? New cipher Nora. Ah, there's a load of new. Let's see if I can get this up for you, chat. I've just got to bring it in. Save it. How do we do this then? Let's go over it.
You think you can win? Prove it.
Okay. I'm just going to whack it on. This just popped up in Discord. There we go. New Cypher skin. Looks like we got some skins for the shotguns as well. And the Vector. You liking that? Loot boxes. I think they're adding the cards, aren't they, for your profile? But like I said, Farlight's supposed to be dropping a video tomorrow. They'll be announcing more about that then. But room number 2 has started up. Yes, that should mean Josh is over there.
I am. It is true.
He is. He's back.
I am. I got myself some coffee while I was getting that lobby started. So I'm feeling nice, fresh, and ready for game number 2. How is the poll looking for game number 3 we got, by the way? We need to get more votes, guys. So make sure you're voting if you're not voting. Ooh, it's Sunset favored right now.
Sunset, Brad's favourite.
See if that can get changed around or if people are going to decide on Sunset City for today.
We got all the same from game 1 in the lobby at the moment.
Definitely similar. Yeah, I'm not a spectator. You know you want to start. That's looking promising.
Okay, here starts game number 2. Capsulas coming in on the lower half of the map. An early drop from 18 and the resource center in lab being ignored by everybody.
Literally the whole lobby has decided to completely avoid it at this point there. Maybe a little bit too early, a little bit too...
You can see little gatherings of death. Oh, nice. You don't see this skin often, what Mbappe is wearing.
Yeah, definitely one of the more different bow skins. If you're looking for a skin to main and you're a bow main, I guess it's that one here. No one really seen it very often. You might be able to take it for yourself.
There it is, a bit of a mix of teams here. Aimbot and Brad not competing against each other on the same team here with Anori's Dan.
Oh. think HTTK are feeling too happy about fighting that lineup there. Coming out strong, they managed to take out 2 of the players there, and we move over to Cat and making sure to do very much the same, playing confident, playing strong, gonna try to regroup up his team hopefully soon. But for now, looking towards chasing at those shots he's hearing.
You said clusters of players all over the place. Squad 8 dominating in this area, hunting down a duck.
It is quite
Easy
interesting
kills.
to see how how influential the flight path is in terms of where people land and how congested everyone is right now. I mean, even as we look now, I mean, the only players that have really tried to break north of this top side of the map is Team 18 and a couple stragglers. So the bottom right just looks like there's still so much action to be showcased shortly.
What would you go for? Is an early game where you'd get in those early fights and potentially the XP, or you rather that you'd go around the map and scavenge for the XP from the devices?
It's a tough one here. It really kind of depends on how consistent you're looking to play. They're obviously a team that plays for pure aggression. They are going to get that experience from doing damage. You get, I think it's 1 damage for each bullet you connect, or not bullet connect, you damage you do. So that always helps get your shields up very quickly. But at the same time, if you're making sure to rotate towards the shields while you're doing that, that can be one of the best ways to go forward. But it's also very, very risky to be fighting continuously. Like right now, even Rated V, they've lost a player here. You saw Easy was playing aggressive, but what happens if he goes down? Then it's just Cat, and he's just got to do his absolute best to hope he can survive, the 30 people surrounding him to get to a res? That's pretty tough.
It is tough, but I know a team that does it. I know that's interesting even coming from you, as I know that's been your strategy in the past.
And I definitely want to say, if you're the last guy left, it is a tough, stressful situation. Like Cat is about to see right now, he's got good damage on the dam, but guess who's at the top of...
Aimbot's at the top and greets him with bullets. Ranger assault rifle to the face, and the Reaper Cat goes down. Can we see on the map where the rest of his teammates are at this moment, or is that him alone? It was him. Okay, we got Oheezy. Going to the resource area. There is a capsular there as well.
Getting a res there too. Mbappe taking advantage. He's also got a matching box with his skin there, so looking quite stylish. Getting a good usage of this wall here as well to make sure he gets the res a little bit easier there. The Shy, the closest person to act, doesn't look like he's going to be able to get close enough to do much. Ooh, this looks a little bit scary for Freedom though. He's in a 2-1 situation, lost all his shields, and now he's got to take on the Shy, who's got full utility.
He hops in with the bombs, but Maggie's got the jet slides. He couldn't jet slide fast enough there. Going over to Institution now, Josh, and Atachi's trying to get away in the dragon form. Gets shot down by Squad 16. He's going to see Magic, Omaru, and Zerkan.
Team 4 kind of appearing out of nowhere here. It doesn't look like they've managed to do a whole lot in terms of scaring Team 16 at all. Wavez here going to try to run away in ball form there, but getting taken out. You're a big target when you're in ball form, unfortunately. You can bounce, you can do your best to try to weave and dodge, but a lot of the time, you got to make sure that you're getting up there quickly. That's the main point.
And getting up there quickly is fate of finding stragglers. Another dragon form. And they just took out Atachi in this. And able to shotgun him down. Don't see many Lingbos these days, but just seen 2. There's another one.
Oh, see the third one here. Jerry. And now Edward coming in as a rescuer. Rolling on in, making sure that Nightwatch doesn't have a chance there. Doesn't get his robot out to turn it into a 2v1. Thankfully for Jerry, though. Gonna be our first Lingbo that we're seeing survive an engagement.
Maybe because she hasn't got into the dragon yet. Looks like it'd be a good point to look at the map again, just to see where if that congestion has spread out a little. So the zone did come in from bottom. pushing those players together. So a little congested still with Team 13 there. In the middle in Nova Bazaar. Faker's attack is isolated from, but so is Aimbot. It's able to get out in that Ember ultimate. Sorry, the tactical smoke. But that'll only last so long. Sparkies follow him, and so do the rest of Luxury there, Josh. Well, the Luxury...
Scary situation when you're fighting up against a lineup like Brad, Aimbot, and Dan. You saw that when both of the players were engaged initially and they both were cracked. You saw Aimbot throw down the fire there. It forced the Ember to disengage, which was pretty crucial in terms of making sure that fight continued in Aimbot's favor there.
Zerkan taking down the Lingbo again. So we are on the right hand side of the map as Zone does push in.
Interestingly, Grutenbub with his teammates, but playing a little bit further outside of Zone here. The Zone is closing in, and now Team 17 and 16 are getting forced together here. It's going to close in on their back and make things a little bit scarier for each of these teams as they push forward here. The Lucinda ult comes out here. It connects where they want it to be, but I think the team of Team 17 really minded. They've just regrouped instead.
Going up to the tree trunk to get a height advantage on Team 17, and they fire down on them. The ultimates come out from Bo. It's going to scatter them. They're out of position. I'm using the jet slide. Just get out of the way, but we've gone over to Brad Lexion in the middle of that fight. And they're isolating a team inside the building. Comes out with the hose. Unable to repel him. The shotgun shells come out and send Captain back to the fire station.
It's gotta be scary walking into a room like that and just seeing a big wall of red. If you're Brad in Brad's situation there, thankfully had the know-it-all to turn around and get out of there real quickly. Talking about know-it-all, Aimbot knows how to close this distance here for Jerry. Gonna probably try to drag him out, but I don't think it's gonna happen. It hasn't happened to anyone this day.
Rolling right over him, and this new pairing of Brad and Aimbot doing beautiful things today.
Oh, look at Team 12. They're rolling up, and they're rolling up pretty speedily.
They're going to take the zip lines up. It's going to put them in the path of Team 16. Katop's not having... manages to slink away. Magic's on the left-hand side of Dan. Able to isolate him out. And now they can third party ahead of them.
Bit of an interesting engagement with these three teams all coming together here. We're seeing Rated getting a little bit thrown off by the Lucinda ultimate. Tried to use the Ember ultimate to gain some positioning, but it didn't seem to work out too well. We see to get them getting taken out by Zirkin. This was our Reaper a bit earlier, not playing, but gonna get taken down there by Aimbot. Brad and Dan, that's a team you don't really want to run into. They've got 13 kills to their name there, and looking to add Rated to that list.
You can hear they could hear a buzzy, look back. They may have missed that one. Didn't look like they was able to shoot it out. And pushing forwards into Nova Bazaar. Not letting up the pressure on top of Rated. I know Tagekum has got a slither of health left. Though Heezy using the building to get out of the way. Mbappe can take to the wall and fire in. Getting some easy third party shots.
In there applying that pressure, it's so ideal. There's what I mean, besides Mbappe, he's got 9 other people in this lobby that are standing in front of him. Taking out any of them at any point is so helpful to make it a little bit easier. It also makes it a little bit harder for Inori to try to even consider closing that distance. So it just makes a little bit more question marks for any of the teams involved in that situation.
He has to get out. He is isolated, moves himself back to his team as Team 13 stay in Nova Bazaar. Looks like the beacon was set off as well.
it's a little bit risky going for the scan on the res as you're about to go for it. I know quite often it can clear out and make sure that there's no one around, but if you go for that, it does a pretty big AoE area that you see, and also the sound from it. So you might end up giving yourself away. Thankfully, in this situation, it only gave enough information for Dan to knock you after you get the res, but now it's going to be a bit of a firing show from the sky there. They're usually pretty good about hitting these shots in the sky. Oh man.
So Dan's got one.
Just like that.
Yeah. As soon as that comes up, they just stood around there like vultures ready to peck your eyes out.
If I'm going to be honest, two of the best players that I've seen take people out of the sky with their res are Dan and Aimbot. And they're both on the same lineup there. You add Brad to the mix, we're talking about pure success.
They all love the snipe, all love that delayed float into the air and be able to snipe down on somebody. So in this final circle now, as it finally pushes everybody together, we're about to see some fireworks going on.
It's funny because we didn't see a whole lot of action at lab initially. Still could potentially be quite a bit of loot for teams to forage for and get themselves into a bit of a bit more of a serious situation. Obviously, right now, this Inori luxury and dagger lineup has been so consistent. Honestly, just running through teams, we did see a little bit of an issue, earlier on the game, but besides that, it's just been pretty much straightforward. Magic's been found though.
It's been found, but Team 13 in a little separated. Ain't able to get the drop on him, and Brad Lexion from a distance shoots him out with the bar. In the distance, Team 19 on top of a sponsor box.
We are down to our final three teams, though. Magic was the last member of Team 16 getting taken down. So now we're down to this lineup of half attack. We have, I believe, the Inori, Dan, Brad, and Aimbot lineup. And then there's one more, which I think is rated E. So still going to be a very scary end zone here, especially with Team 13 kind of having the superior position in terms of zone right.
13 having to push in. Freedom not trying to make it easy for him, but his tactical facility has been blown down, and trying to just disperse Team 19 to make their rotation in a little easier. On their left-hand side is team number 12. It didn't hit, but it did split them there, Josh, so still a bit of a standstill at the moment.
I mean, at least now they know that the alt is not available on Team 13 side there. So they're going to have to at least that freedom to work around that. But for now, we're seeing Dan. He's actually just almost team as a solo just with his position there. As long as he manages not take any damage, I'm pretty happy about that. The zone does close, so we see a little bit of a level up on a couple players' shields there. But now, Dan trying to take some peeks there. He is making himself a little bit available for damage.
And Team 12 on the edge of zone, looking ready to pounce. Aimbot waiting for the peak, waiting for Faker's head to pop up. He's not looking in his direction. The ultimate comes out for them. He's going to move them a little. Does it give him a bit of a budge room? 19 come rolling down. Freedom takes fire. He's down to a slither, but he's out of the range of Team Dan. Puts up the ultimate. He looked like
it does look like it. It just wow, that came out really delayed there. I'm not sure if that was there. It might got canceled and glitched out there. I'm not even sure. Maybe it's got canceled somehow by like the Lucindalt or killed by the Lucindalt. I don't even know. That was a very odd situation. And now it seems Rated D has decided to take advantage of that one there. Faker's set himself alone here, and it's looking like Brad's gonna try to take advantage of that and pull something off while he's in a mission where he's like 1v3.
They were sat on the edge, ready to pounce, and that ultimate could have cost them there. Brad Lexion takes fire from all angles, and Rated's third party wins game number 2. Yeah, I think that delayed ultimate might have... He's going to be pretty annoyed about that, Dan, if that was a delay.
Yeah, I don't know. That's one of the first times I've seen that completely just canceled like that, or delayed. I'm not really sure. Maybe if there's another player that down here that uses it. I mean, he was pretty much in here when he used it, so it would make sense where location-wise where it did pop, but it just took so long. Definitely maybe
Yeah,
a
it almost
spectator
looked
issue. I'm
like
not
he
really
put
sure.
off. Looked like he, from our perspective, it looked like he put down an ultimate gravity. That came at the same time that he popped it, and then we didn't see that till, like you said, a good 30 seconds after.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what happened on that one there, but definitely interesting to see. We'll have to see if anything. I mean, stuff like that. It does happen. I mean, at least we've had a good amount of months to hopefully fix a lot of these kind of bugs and stuff that do kind of pop up there. Obviously, if you do see them happening, make sure that you're still reporting them to Farlight just so that they are aware of them. Because obviously, at the end of the day, I will say, as players here, we definitely stress tested the game a little bit more fiercely than a lot of the other players. So, things that might happen to us might not happen to everyone else. Definitely one of those things that is always good to kind of catch as well. So, hopefully fixed for the new season.
Okay, we'll bring us over to the studio.
Win, prove it.
And we can take a look at our poll for map number 3 now, Josh. So that is going to mean that tonight we are going to be in Sunset City for game number 3. So a bit of a departure, a bit of a difference of pace in that game. The vehicles make an appearance back in. So, chat, if you want to get in, the same again. The password's 111111. It's in the top right, where you can see that there. And we'll get that filled up for you as quick as we can. Has anyone in chat had that Ember glitch happen to them? Is it just... No. Oh, hopefully it won't be happening again. I'm a mix of both. I'm not quite man, not quite human. Not quite robot, rather.
So funny.
I'll be right back. Give me one sec. We'll just fill the lobby up.
Yo, Dada. Yo, me man, bring back. That's what I put on the paper. After was it after that?
Oh yeah, I see it. He's put even more promo shots up now. Does anyone speak Chinese? We got a Watchman, a Duckside, and a Momoy doing an X Factor sort of signal. The first person view of Lingbo putting off a tidal wave and firing it towards Freddy. And then we got another close up of not Cypher anymore, but Nora. She's got the yin yang sign on her belt. Kind of like claw gauntlet type thing. Green hair as well. But we got 50 in. What did you think of it, GR Sparrow? You liking the new look? They went quiet on Nora for a little while. So to see it, Josh, I don't know, I'll send it to you in DMs. Bombardio Crocodilio wants to be kept in team number 6 with Cat. I hope that means something to you, because I'm not sure on what's your IGN? FPP can only work if the current movement is changed completely. Well, they've been working on it long enough, so it could be some big changes coming. But it just looked a lot... We didn't get a chance to play the beta, but from the footage I saw, everything just looks a lot smoother. Madness Gamers asking to be kept in team number 6. I'm not sure where the new photos are from. Just popped up on Zach's Discord. Let's see if I can pull them in for you. I think Josh heard me there, Madness Gamer, so if that's who's able to do that, can. Yeah, it's because that's their lineup there, Madness. Okay, we're good to go. The room's full up. That's one of the promo shots anyway that was just popped up.
You think you can win? Prove it.
So the third and final game. It was voted for you. You wanted to go to Sunset City. Well, we're on our way. Okay, that's room number 3. Started up. And this is the voice of Joshua.
That is me. I am Joshua. I can confirm. I've been here. I've done this once or twice before. Whole casting thing. Especially on good old Sunset City. We're going to go visit good old classics like Carnival. We're going to go see Tin Man. We can go visit Nova Planetarium. So many great places. I'm sure a lot of great memories just as well. So I'm going to be in there soon. Partying, to be honest.
Well, yeah, my go-to spot was sometimes Iris Ranch as well. That one was a nice hot drop.
Always get good shields if you were from there, because you could go over to just about any place and get additional shields. Definitely one of my favorites too.
Yeah, you could get the you could either take the scenic route and completely miss out Carnival, or you could go head down straight down the hill and go straight towards Carnival. Yeah, Power Tree Station, which is where squad number 1 and squad number 5 are headed. Pick up a weapon and hope. But we'll wait till we get into auto spectate before we bring you guys over.
He's gonna get us into there pretty dang soon, I'd imagine. Sunset always does take a little bit longer to get us in there, it seems. There we go, we are moving on in there, and would be following squad number 4 as we move into our match number 3 of Sunset City. We're flying in the sky, we're flying over. It's a big map, there's a lot of room to play, and there's a lot of shields to go for. So make sure that if you're in this match here, you're rotating strong, you're rotating smart, and you're doing everything you can to succeed. Team 6, as you mentioned, moving up to Power Tree Station, along with team number 1, Mbappe's team.
Means we're going to be in some early sprays. Got themselves an AK-77 assault rifle, one of the best guns you can get early game. Sprays through the window and takes down Mbappe. That's a good early kill. And we're over to squad number... Look at this. There's a little meatball of carnage.
There's got to be at least 15 different players, all landing in the different quarters of Carnival here. It's definitely a bit of a split POI here, but in general, so many different teams showing up. And moving over Tin Man here, we're going to get a little bit of a showdown between Team 14 and Team 11, starting off pretty strong for Team 11. I don't even know if Team 14 had any idea that there was somebody pushing their way.
Nearly did it, scared of women. Attacking Joa. The bubble came out, but didn't protect him. We're back over to Power Tree Station. Another little ball of carnage. Greatest Kakem. Out moving TikTok. And shutting it down just like Trump wanted to.
Definitely. We got Team 6 here with 4 kills already. So, in general, starting off strong. Team 1 is definitely what you gotta do. You can see Freedom's decided to disengage there, but I believe there's still one player left alive. Trying to fight off something here. Yeah, it's back up Z here. He's found Easy. This could be a chance for them to turn something around, maybe.
They've chased him out of Power Tree. Really want to get this kill early on. Back of D goes after Oheezy. And Cat comes in from the rear and puts him down.
Seems like that whole time there, Easy was just playing around the smokes there, trying to get those shields off there. He did get them off there too, so it would have made his engagement a little bit easier. Great pressure from Cat to make sure that that 1v1 wasn't just a 1v1, it was a 1v2. And you can see Freedom there, off in the distance there, probably trying to get a res off for the rest of his lineup. Yeah, all three going to be back up in the game here. There's a lot of different res beacons. There's a lot of different shield spawns there as well. So you'll see so many of these players here, you know, staying alive for a good chunk of the game just because of that extra survivability.
Over the top come Aimbot and Brad Lexion. That's not like we want to see them. The Ember Ultimate comes out there, able to shoot down. That's one of his boys there, Cat OP, shooting down Brad Lexion.
That's a great clip coming out there, making sure to connect. Gosh, it must have been like almost every single bullet. We're seeing an MKR taking the high ground. Eunice here, low HP, got some fire back here from Pinak. The scan coming out, so they're gonna know where he is. Actually, I think that's Buddy Ball there. Yeah, still quite a few players left here in Carnival. I mean, it was like around 15 earlier, and it looks like we're down to maybe 8 or 9 left. So still so many people around, ready to fight and looking to control. Oh man, I don't know about this one here, Squad 8.
You're taking an early res. It's not the best decision. The MKR coming down on top of him. He's trying to get out of there himself. That's another interesting decision. Phantom. He has blasted out of there. And Maggie Eye Devil comes, Sigma coming through and takes down Galleon. 420.
Definitely interesting to see somebody just hopping up with the MKR ultimate. It's not typically used as a defensive ultimate, if I'm going to be honest. Like, it can be, but it puts you usually as such a risk there. Thankfully, so many other people around there that it kind of almost removed that issue with it there.
I know. Look, Brad Lexion's back in the game with Dan.
A bit of a spectator bug there, showing that he's got red HP.
He's just come back in and his furious berserk mode's been activated for him. You can see there his health's
one of these
back.
bullets got to connect. Aimbot, you got this. For what it's worth, sometimes a Thunder DMR doesn't get the job done there. And when that happens, you just pull out the Ranger and you can do other things. This is what he probably expected the previous time.
Taken straight down and gets the XP. His whole team back in it, feeling pretty good. It's Dan and Brad Lexi are on a field trip somewhere in the car vehicle, you can see.
Can't go too wrong with that there. They're hopefully rotating around the map. It definitely looks like it. They've got themselves up to gold shields there as a group. So looking to tour around the the good old Sunset City, figure out the different areas, the towns, try to, maybe make your own place and make your own name in town. Oh, Pinak! Gosh, you gotta be a little bit careful when you're going for those reses. You get stuck in the open, and sometimes people are just hiding in their way. Uh-oh.
Yeah. And then he's doing...
talk about hiding
And
in
as
the
well, when
way.
you start to loot, there might be tarantula fire. Check for the weather report before you start looting.
Oh man, and I thought acid rain, was going to be the biggest issue growing up. I heard about it in the news all the time. Who knew? Tarantula rain. That's the biggest issue these days.
There is. You ever been stuck in acid rain?
I'll be honest, I don't even think I've ever encountered acid rain. I don't know. It was made out to be a whole lot bigger deal when I was younger than I kind of experienced. So, for all I know, it's probably a little bit more prevalent in different areas, but for me, no, thankfully, not too much.
Yeah, Borg. Straight up into Topo 157's face. Shreds down with the Fenrir Madness Gamer. He wanted to be with Cat, but he's doing all well here with squad number 7.
Coming out strong. All mobile gamers coming out with 9 kills. Oh, and we're seeing gosh, aimbot. That's so troll. Just taking out the other tarantula, picks his back up, and he's back on the move, closing that distance, probably ready to put it back down and use it to rain fire upon further enemies.
It's almost like a little cheat now. There was one time when you couldn't get in. Oh, look at that Dan sliding on him. I've closed the distance. And it's an open field battle and a kick to the head, Sub-Zero. He's just put in the ground. There's fire coming from Carnival,
being
though.
able to pick up vehicles in the buddy ball, it really makes it so that you don't have to even really think about positioning of your vehicle, because at a certain point you get some of your utility out from it, and then you just pick it right back up there, and it kind of really shows, you know, what you can get out of that utility. Just a little bit extra sometimes.
Yeah, Dan chasing down Sigma here. He's not going to let him get away. He runs upstairs.
Oh my gosh. Look at the map.
It looks like everyone came down to Carnival to die.
I don't think I've ever seen that many death icons in such a small area on the map before. Carnival, absolutely a hotspot, and you can kind of see why. There's just so much action to be had there, and still outside of the action right now, it's still managing to keep in it is this wire and attack lineup. They're going to cross the water there. They're going to get themselves into the zone and be a little bit safer. Obviously, right now, there's only 10 players left alive, so you've got to kind of do your best to keep yourself in it. Interesting decision going into the zone, going around the mountain instead of risking going through the front and taking damage there. Maybe going for a little bit more shields as well. Maybe this will get them reds here.
Yeah, look, going for the
12 additional shields.
XP devices. It looks like that was what their plan was.
Yeah, that's one red. We get one more over there. Freedom also getting it, and one more from Riverview. Where's our third player? Yep, all 3 red shields. Going to be a big issue in this lineup. And also, another issue in this lineup, Team 2 here that was using that Tarantula fire to cause much chaos as possible. We're seeing aimbot close the distance. He's got some red shields off of that experience from the damage. And now he's an even bigger threat.
Shoots down. Borg in the back. Eye Devil. And Madness Gamer tries to escape up the hillside. Aimbots sprays. And Brad Lexian launches an aerial attack. Out comes the hover car and traces him down. Madness Gamer to a level, but he's getting attacked from the behind. It's a bit Mad Max out here.
The distance on this. Yeah, right. Closing the distance with these vehicles definitely helps make fights. You also have to worry about the shots coming in from the third party. Thankfully, they're quick to just hop out, make sure they pick them back up, and throw them into one of their buddy orbs just to make sure life is a little bit easier. They're now looking over onto Team 20. They've got this high ground hill. This is probably one of our most known positions on this map here. We saw in the final of one of our LATAM tournaments. It was Coop and ETIY who managed to hold up in this area for the championship, I imagine.
It was. They managed to fend off, I forget who it was, MYNX. Fend off them down the hill, did the 3-1 split.
Classic. Classic, classic, classic. And we're seeing 12 kills on this lineup here. We've got Dan, Brad Lexion, and Aimbot there. They've done a good job of rotating around this map here. There's a lot of open space, so it's kind of interesting to see them all on foot. It definitely makes sense when you've got to look for position. You've already got red shields for the most part, so just kind of focusing on making sure that you're ready to fight. And they hear sounds. They've heard the vehicle sounds from Team 20. That is probably a lot of the reason why they're deciding to stay on their feet, avoid getting heard, avoid getting found out, and instead they're going to collapse onto Team 20 and potentially part of Team 1 here. And Mbappe, he might have got himself a bit of an issue where he didn't expect.
Out comes the ultimate. It was an ambush from above. You can just take a look. You can get And back of they went for squad number 20. Well, it's easy pickings then for squad number 2 and chased them down into the roadside now. And chasing after back of the...
Great cover fire coming across onto Freedom there, making sure that Dan wasn't taken advantage of when he was going for some of those shots in the open there. Now they're closing in on Freedom. Freedom's gone, and it's just up to Mbappe. Mbappe's going to have to pull off some absolute magic, but heals getting used. And besides that, they're closing that distance so quick. A vehicle also coming out here. Such good use of utility.
Mbappe had got away well, but Aimbot brings out the car. Storms past him though. Don't think he knew he was behind that tree. Well, his teammates do the work for him. That's 16 kills for squad number 2, and all on red shields.
And I think at this point here, we're down to the final 3 lineups, I believe. It does look like that. We've got Borg's lineup, we've got Team 20 Magic, the Shy, and Caden coming up against another mixed team. I mean, they're all going to technically be, but all definitely teams that could come out on top in this here. Interesting to see if Dan and Aimbot are going to be able to secure this final matchup, or if we're going to see maybe iDevil pull off something huge. We also saw Madness Gamer in chat, and Borg too, who we saw playing as Sunil earlier, playing quite aggressive in
there we go.
as the Kings of Carnival.
They come down to show who's going to be the King of Carnival. Borg goes down. It was an absolute aggression on top. We see what iDevil's able to do with this Maggie, but he's already low and getting chased in back into the zone and pushed in. Then Madness Gamer runs for the hills.
I called them the King of Carnival there, but when it comes down to the final showdown in this bracket, we see that Luxury Squad 2 here coming out on top here. And now they're just going to be on the hunt. They're going to try to find that last player, but also they might encounter some of these players from Team 20. They've got eyes on the Shy, and now this might be our final closeout moment.
Picks up the card before he goes and tries to blow up the oppositions. He does so. And down come Magic's bombs on top of him. Aimbot's low. Able to take out Magic though. Rounds the corner and takes up the Shy.
This was one of those clear examples of using aggression as a form of defense there, coming out so low instead of trying to go for a disengage there, just continues to fight aggressively, and we have his teammates, Brad and Dan, making sure that there isn't even a chance for Aimbot to go down. 21 kills, great cover fire, great fire in general.
He didn't even stop to heal, going in the direction of the airdrop, and wait for team number 17 to make their way into zone.
Airdrop's not working quite the same in this map as they do on Sunder Realms. They're getting different loot. Not going to see yourselves getting a Time Dominator or a Storm Empress, but definitely going to be getting some of those top tier kill weapons that you see, like the Arbiter and the shotgun as well. Uh-oh. Yeah, I mean, you can't really go too wrong there. You know, good old camaraderie coming out of that little bit of a 1v1 showdown there over knowledge. Instead, coming out and showing in game that they've got all the firepower that they need to win just about any match. Getting Dan on board is also so huge. Obviously, a superstar in his own.
Lost you for a
Solid
sec.
final.
Josh.
Oh, really? Oh, that's sorry.
Yeah, you
Solid
dropped
final
out for me.
lineup. Am I back in it?
You're back in now. I can hear you.
Oh, unfortunate. Well, either way, we're back in it. We've got final solid game there. 23 kills for the winning lineup, and a bit of honor there just as well. So can't go too wrong with that. Just a great showcase from our teams today.
Yeah, always fun, and even throwing a little bit something different at them, and they're still managing to rise to the occasion with Aimbot and Brad Lexion. So, chat if you like that. You'll have to let us know. We can put one together for you guys in the future. I think that's the plan, or get some more people on to play it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely not the most optimal way we ran it this time there. We can definitely maybe work to figure out some ways to make it a little bit more convenient, maybe a little bit more better for the production and stuff like that. But in general, I still thought it was a pretty good time and a good chance to get everyone a chance to flex their Farlight game knowledge, because not everyone is able to look at something and figure out where they are. I mean, a lot of the time that can be just helpful in terms of just map recognition and different things like that is always good, and just good game knowledge can help you survive in a lot of situations, because half of those pictures you might not even know the things are there where they're in. So if that's the case, that makes it a lot harder as well.
It was impressive that Aimbot put it pretty much right on top of one, and goes and shows why game knowledge is king. You got to rotate around that map, and that's probably going to be a good way to learn the new map. But there's going to be a lot of spots, so I'll be interested to see what type of photos and things we can take as the update comes. So as ever, thanks to the viewers, thanks to you, Ahizi, for playing in these. It's always fun when there's you guys in the final circles and there's stuff to commentate, and some new people in here as well. Madness Gamer. So
Absolutely.
And thanks again to Brad and Aimbot, of course. We're still cooking some things in the background, and of course, like we just said, the update's on the way as well. So keep your eyes open for that, and we'll always be here on the Friday. I think again, Josh, you're okay for next Friday?
Pretty confident. I'm pretty confident. So I'll have to confirm that, but I'm pretty confident this week I'll be good for Friday. Expect us back next week for some more customs. We'll see if we can work and continue to make things even better each week. And like Lister said, keep yourself hyped for the new update. We're getting ever so close. I mean, it's maybe 3 weeks away at this point. Maybe even less. You can't really go too wrong. Keep yourself hyped for the game. Keep yourself playing. Keep yourself grinding. Obviously, if you can, join the Legend Scrims Discord just so that you're getting into the additional scrims that we run throughout the week.
Of course, yes. Knew there was something. I can drop that in. Yeah, that's where all the codes in our Discord will be dropped. And I've put that in chat. You just join that straight up, and then there's Brad who runs them, Cat who runs them, Bones who runs them now. So loads throughout the week, and not just Dear Soup who runs a lot as well. So we'll raid into Brad.
Oh, I know Brad. That's a good guy.
We can call it his.
Definitely a good decision.
Yeah, we can call it his prize for winning. How do I do this again?
I like it. /raid. No, / Is it /raid? It must be. Not /host raid.
Yeah, I think it is /raid. Yep. So we will see you guys next week, Friday, same time, 7 p.m. UTC. Until then, goodbye.